Section 0 of Aequanimitas and Other Addresses. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Luke Sartor. Aequanimitas and Other Addresses by Sir William Osler. Section 0. Preface to the Second Edition. Delivered at sundry times and in diverse places in the course of a busy life, it was not without hesitation that I collected these addresses for publication. That the simple message they contain has not been unacceptable is shown by the exhaustion of 3 impressions within 18 months. I have to thank many friends, lay and medical, for their kind criticisms of the volume. But above all, I have been deeply touched that many young men on both sides of the Atlantic should have written stating that the addresses have been helpful in forming their life ideals. Loyalty to the best interests of the noblest of callings, and a profound belief in the gospel of the day's work, are the texts, with variations here and there, from which I have preached. I have an enduring faith in the men who do the routine work of our profession. Hard though the conditions may be, approached in the right spirit, the spirit which has animated us from the days of Hippocrates, the practice of medicine affords scope for the exercise of the best faculties of the mind and heart. That the yoke of the general practitioner is often galling cannot be denied, but he has not a monopoly of the worries and trials in the meeting and conquering of which he fights his life battle, and it is a source of inexpressible gratification to me to feel that I may perhaps have helped to make his yoke easier and his burden lighter. To this edition I have added the 3 valedictory addresses delivered before leaving America. One of these, the Fixed Period, demands a word of explanation. To interpose a little case, to relieve a situation of singular sadness in parting from my dear colleagues of the Johns Hopkins University, I jokingly suggested for the relief of a senile professoriate an extension of Anthony Trollope's plan mentioned in his novel The Fixed Period. To one who had all his life been devoted to old men, it was not a little distressing to be placarded in a world-wide way as their sworn enemy, and to every man over 60, whose spirit I may have thus unwittingly bruised, I tender my heartfelt regrets. Let me add, however, that the discussion which followed my remarks has not changed, but has rather strengthened my belief that the real work of life is done before the 40th year, and that after the 60th year it would be best for the world and best for themselves if men rested from their labours. Oxford, July 1906. End of Preface. Recording by Luke Sartor, Berkeley, California. Section 1. Aequanimitas. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Luke Sartor. Aequanimitas and Other Addresses by Sir William Osler. Aequanimitas. Thou must be like a promontory of the sea, against which, though the waves beat continually, yet it both itself stands, and about it are those swelling waves stilled, and quieted. Marcus Aurelius.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?